So yesterday I rode that bike like 18 kilometers. Look, this is where the dam is. So here you can see. And so there's where I sit over there in the center, of course, because I want to be the center of attention always. Attention whore! So today, I got up, I don't know, 11:30-ish. I got up, you know what, I get onto Grindr every day, because I don't have anything else to do, and who the fuck am I gonna bash? Ugh. So, this morning, because I went to bed early last night, kinda, you know, after midnight, but still early. Anyway, so this morning, you know, people responded to the shit that I was saying last night. Anyway, I don't believe a single word that anybody has to say, just to let you know. So they all come up with good stories. It could be plausible, it could be real. I couldn't give two fucks, personally. You know, too much shit has already happened for me to take people at face value anymore. So therefore, you can tell me a story, and maybe it even sounds well rehearsed, and that you are believing it yourself. I don't believe it. I even smile and nod. Ha ha. Bullshit. So today, you know, bashing. Anyway, I brought my laptop down. Sorry. So on Grindr, I do have one friend who lives in the neighboring town over. Yesterday, I would have tried to stop into his house, but I don't remember exactly where it is. And I wasn't going to ride around the town because that little town is like homophobe centro. So me even getting off my bike, I could be bashed with stones and pitchforks. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like literally, that town itself is when I just, don't get off your bike, just keep pedaling, girl, swim, swim. So anyway, today, so I'm working on the second account, I guess, from Google. I didn't lose it. It's just that because I was working 2, 3, or 4 different accounts at the same time, I'm not exactly sure which account has what media footage or anything in it. So I'm downloading them all, put them all into one folder, and then I'll see if there's doubles. And then pluck them out, you know what I mean? And then go through my YouTube things to see if what's already posted and what's already not posted. Anyway, somebody said last night it was a clone. I know it was a clone because this morning when I go to reply, it's offline. There's no picture, there's no stats, there's no nothing. It's a profile that was made specifically for an attack on me. So that's, you know, fuckface probably did it. Created one that says, only one line, not too vain, are you? I actually this morning had to Google what the definition of vain was. It's so not me. Although I portray it to be, it's not me. It's only an image that I portray. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not vain at all. If anything, I have no self-esteem whatsoever. And so I boast, I don't tell stories, but nobody blows sunshine up my ass but me. So therefore, in order for me to feel good about myself and in my own skin, I had to tell myself that I am attractive. You know, everybody has self-esteem issues. I'm no different. But by calling me vain, literally, I giggled because I thought, the image that I'm trying to portray, it's working. They actually think that I'm that way. Aww, you know, another sucker's born. So anyway, today the sun is not shining. It's up there somewhere. I thought it was over there. But you know what thought did, right? Thought he farted, but he shit himself. So I was talking to my friend in the next town. I told him that I was going to stop in, and he's like, okay, but then he logged off. So I'm a bitch, and I said, I don't have to, you know, just because I'm like that. Because you don't say hello and then log off. What the fuck, did you not want to reply? When I reply instantly to your hello, you don't reply to me for the next, oops, spit on the screen, for the next 25 minutes. So I'm a bitch that way. You don't say hello and then walk away. And if it had been a phone call, you just hung up in my ear. Hello, click, you know, fuck off. Don't say hello if you're not going to continue on the conversation. So anyway, I guess he's home today. It is a 10-kilometer ride. Easy 10. I'm not sure I'm up for it today. That's why I'm down here. Because I even packed up the bike and the backpack and was ready to ride over there. When the sun isn't shining, there's no rain. I don't see any, like, covering. I just don't want to, I don't have the energy, I guess, the exploring go-go juice today as I once did yesterday. But, you know, I'd probably get a blowjob out of it if I was to go over there. It's funny, too, because, you know, it's just funny. So years ago, when Kelsey first came to live with me, she was only 3. My God, she wasn't even a year. No, she was like 2, maybe, 1 or 2. So she's 21 now, 18 years ago, a long time ago. I met these gay guys, a couple. I was friends with the fella named Brian, the boyfriend, whose name was Rick. It was my friend's boyfriend. Okay, so when I met Brian, we hit it right off. 2 little Nellies, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like, there was no sexual anything between the 2 of us. And when I first met Rick, believe it or not, I was cruising in the woods. I saw a handsome older fella, I sucked his dick, he got off, whatever. Later on, I get invited to dinner. He's like, oh, you've not met my boyfriend. When the door opens, it's Rick. Like, I didn't know his name up until then. When I saw him, I'm like, because it was like the same day, I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? So I just let him lead. I followed the lead. He stuck his hand out and goes, hi, I'm Rick. And I was like, hi, nice to meet you. Or eat you. It was like, whatever. So ever since then, Rick and Brian and me, we were like 3 friends, but only friends. Nothing sexual at all. But Rick kept trying. Like Rick, every time Brian turned his back, my friend Brian, Rick was on to me like flies to shit. Even got me one time when I was asleep. We would go to dinner at other people's houses, and I would play footsies with him underneath the table. You know, flirty, flirty, flirt. I even ate my dinner with my foot on his crotch. Like, right between his legs, across underneath the table. And he had my friend who's sitting beside me had no idea that my foot is feeling up his man's gooch. So, anyway, they're not together anymore, and Brian ended up taking him for everything. Over $100,000 worth of stuff, and I said to Rick, because it's been 20 years, I said to Rick, you know what, not that it was any of my business whatsoever, I saw Brian was just a gold digger from years ago. I don't know how you couldn't see it, but, you know, live and learn. So anyway, he's a flirty with me, I flirty back, he flirts, I flirt, except for now I'm old. He's not into me because I'm old. He's into younger boys. Although my body is a younger boy when you chop off my head, and my personality and my energy level is also younger boy, my face says that I'm old. And so he's not into old. Which is, you know, I don't care. I mean, I'm still attracted to him. Not his photos. Not photos. One photo. He has one photo on the internet. His profile picture. It's awful. You know, no offense to you, Rick. But you look way better in person. That picture you chose to display is not a very nice one at all. Because when we did go out for coffee last December, when I was down last, and he's much more attractive in the face, and so I would be onto him like flies to shit, but he's not into old men either. He's old man, you know, I'm old man, so old men don't go out with old men, right? They seem to go out with others, but believe it or not, I have a filter on Grindr, 35 to 55. I don't want to date anybody less than 35. I don't even want to have sex with anybody less than 35. Not that it matters. I've had sex with 17. That was probably the youngest. The oldest, I don't know, 65. Only because it was dark, I guess, so, you know. Anyway, so I'm out here And that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably touch back later on. I feel like in a happy-go-lucky, talky, funny, ha-ha mood. But, you know what, I'm going to smoke some weed, so that's going to change. So what you see right now with my eyes, you're not going to see that later on. Because they're going to be all slanted-eyed and Eskimo-pied. So, I say goodbye, bye-bye now.